Caption-Ed is software which generates automatic captions for both live and pre-recorded material. You can use Caption-Ed in person in lectures and meetings. You can also use it in Teams meetings or in Zoom meetings. And you can also use it for online video and for generating transcripts of podcasts. In this video, I'm going to go through how to install Caption-Ed and to use it to create some captions. The first thing to do is go to caption-ed.com and in the top right, click on Login and use the login details we've given you to access your account. Once you're logged in, you'll be on your dashboard. Here is where you see all your past recordings, so you can access transcripts here. To install the Caption-Ed software, go to the left-hand side and click on Settings, and then click Apps. On the Apps screen, you have options for a desktop version for either Windows or Mac, or browser extensions for Firefox or Chrome. The difference between the desktop version and the browser extensions is that the browser extensions will only caption web content within the browser. The desktop versions allow you to caption in-person meetings and in other applications like Zoom and Teams. In this video, I'm going to show the desktop version. So click Download underneath the version you wish to use and follow the instructions to install it. Once installed, run Caption-Ed by opening the Start menu and finding Caption-Ed. The first time you run Caption-Ed, you'll need to log in, so click Login and then click Sign in via browser. Then use your login details again to log in to the app. When you've logged in, you should get a message like this at the top of your browser. Click Open to log in to the desktop app. I'm now going to demonstrate how to generate captions for an in-person meeting, but the principle is the same whether you're doing this for Teams or Zoom. The first thing I need to decide on is whether I'm going to record my screen or not. If I was in a Zoom or a Teams meeting and I had permission to do so, I might want to record video of the meeting as well as generating captions. For this demonstration, I'm going to click No and then click Next. Now I need to choose the audio source that I'm going to use. I could choose computer audio, which would just record and transcribe the audio coming through your computer. If you were in a webinar on Zoom, for instance, and you just wanted to caption the tutor, this is the option you would use. The next option is microphone. So this is for in-person meetings. You could, for instance, connect an external microphone to your laptop, select this option, and it would generate subtitles for you in a meeting or a lecture. The final option is computer and microphone. You would use this if you were in a Zoom meeting and wanted to record both what you were saying and what the other participants were saying. For now, I'm going to leave this on microphone. Next, we can choose which language we want to use. So if I open this menu by clicking on it, we've got several different options. We've got British English and US English. We've also got French and German and a couple of other languages. And then down the bottom, we have Social Sciences and Law and Health and Life Sciences. So these bottom two are specialized dictionaries which have more advanced terminology. So if you were in a law lecture, you would use the Social Sciences and Law, or in a medical lecture, you might use the Health Sciences dictionary. For now, I'm going to leave it on British English. To start captioning, all I need to do is click on Start Session. Caption-Ed asks me to make sure that I have permission to record, because Caption-Ed records what you are transcribing and saves it to its website, so you must have permission to record before you can use Caption-Ed. I'm going to click accept and start recording. After a few seconds, the Caption-Ed will start. You can see it's now generating captions in this window in the middle. It's going to continue to caption everything I say, giving everything a timestamp as well whenever there's a pause. Caption-Ed is fairly accurate. It won't make that many mistakes. It isn't human captioning, it is auto captioning, so it will not get everything perfect. Caption-Ed is also going to save this as a transcript for me, which I can look at later. I'm now going to end this session by coming up to the top and clicking on End Session. It asks if I'm sure. I can click End Session and Upload. I need to give it a name, so I'm going to call it Sample Session. And click Save and Close. And we've just created our first set of captions, which is now being saved as a transcript. It will take a couple of minutes to process and upload to the website. The next thing I'm going to show is how you can view this transcript and edit it later. And to do that, I'm going to go to my dashboard in the web browser because there are more features in that. Back on the Caption-Ed website, I clicked Library, and in my list of past sessions, our sample session now shows. If I wanted to view and listen back to this, I would click on the name of it. It's opened up the transcript. At the top, I could click play. After a few seconds, the Caption-Ed will start, and it'll play back the audio. Also, across the top, to the right-hand side of the name of your file, you could click playback speed and change how fast things are being played back. This is very useful if you have a long lecture that you want to listen to a little bit quicker. And finally, for this screen, if you want to download this transcript, at the very top right, the second button in, click Export, and you have a couple of different options. You can export the transcript as a Word document, a text file, or an actual subtitle file to use with the video, or you can export notes. I'll be showing the notes in another video. In this view, you can't edit your transcript, but there is a way you can make changes to it. To do that, I am going to go back to our dashboard. Back in our library page, instead of clicking on the name of the transcript, I'm going to come to the right-hand side of the page, and I've got a couple of options here. The three dots on the very right gives you options to either rename the file or to delete it. I'm going to leave it for now, but next to that I have an edit option. I'm going to click that. That opens the transcript again, similar to what we had before, except this time I can make changes. On the first line, it made a slight error, so I can simply select the text like I would in a normal Word document, delete it, and type out the correction. This is handy if you have the transcript of a lecture. You can come through, make edits to it like this, and export it as a Word document, and it can be useful for your notes later on. And that's it for this video on Caption-Ed. In future videos, we will look at note-taking as well as using the web apps.